Hey, everybody. It's Joni Bates, founder and CEO of JB & Co., powered by Keller Williams. It is Wednesday at 7 o'clock. What do we do every Wednesday at 7 o'clock for the past 4 years? It is Whiskey Wednesday. How is everyone? I hope you're doing fantastic. I know that a bunch of y'all were on spring break, having all sorts of fun at the beach with your babies. Enjoy those moments because honestly, they do grow up and you're no longer invited on their spring break anymore. So that's the space I'm currently occupying, is I am no longer invited to spring break. So I have some technical issues, which is totally normal for me. Here we go. There we go. That's better. Okay, friends, it is the 10th of April. We have 5 days left. 5 days until your taxes are due. Shout out to Sarah Jean for Sarah's Crafters. I love my shirt. It's got little keys on the side. Anyways, I digress. You have 5 days. 5 days until your taxes are due. Now, a little bit of housekeeping. You guys, this is live. This is live on Facebook. It's live on Insta. It's live on YouTube. And it is now live on LinkedIn. Just ask me questions. This is really just kind of a girlfriend hangout space to talk about things that are relevant to real estate and to life. So if you have a question, the comments will just pop up at the bottom and we can all share. If you have any insights, please share those too. Okay, so taxes. I promised y'all that I would tell you about how not to do your taxes, which is me about 3 years ago. Oh, yeah, I learned the hard way. That's kind of how I do things. So let me just give you kind of a quick story as to what happened with Joni and her taxes. Okay, 1099. 1099 means that you work for yourself. You are a 1099 employee. If you're a W-2 employee, you work for somebody else, and that employee will be filing your taxes. You don't need to worry about it, right? As a 1099, you need to worry about it. You need to keep track. Basically, you need to take whatever money you're making and you need to take 30% of that and put it away. Just keep doing that. Every time you get a paycheck, as far as real estate, every time you get a commission, take 30% of that commission and it doesn't exist. That's your taxes. Now, is that too much? Is that seem excessive? Maybe. But wouldn't you rather have too much into your tax account than not enough? Mm-hmm. You would. So as a 1099, taxes are not withheld. It's your job to pay them quarterly. Now, do you have to pay your taxes quarterly? Of course not. The only time you have to pay your taxes is that once a year on April 15th when taxes are due. So my story, when I first started real estate, my first year, I did good for a first-year agent, but I didn't do fantastic. So my tax liability was minimal based on my expenses. So I was okay. My second year, Joni figured out the machine. I call it a machine. That's for another podcast, if you will. I learned how to work the real estate machine, and I did real good. But what I didn't do is really pay attention to those quarterly taxes, putting things away. Now, did I put stuff away? I did. I was really, really, really aware of money and about what was happening in my life. The purple folder, that's also another podcast. And I was saving. So when I was working with my sweet, amazing tax CPA, Allen and Bright, shout out to Lisa Allen. They were like, Joni, okay. I always told them, talk to me like I'm a toddler. Just talk. I don't know what I'm doing. My husband used to do all of this. Stay-at-home mom for 25 years. Became an entrepreneur by necessity. And now by the blessings that I just get to serve so many people. I didn't know what I was doing. So as we were breaking this down and figuring out my rental properties, appreciation, depreciation, writing off the rents, doing all the things that we needed to do, I was like $80,000. $80,000 I needed to pay the government. oh my God, that's a ton of money. And you're like, what? I need to do what? Why? Why? Crash course. That never happened to me again. Ever. Ever, ever, ever. I no longer have receipts. I no longer have papers piled up. I no longer have any of those things because I learned the hard way. So let me help you. If you are an agent and you find yourself, this is the key number, in 2023, did you make more than $60,000? We're talking about bring it home. Did you net, as in bring home, net? Did you bring it all home, right? If it's $60,000, then you should have an S Corp. Now, you can still do all these things. You just need to reach out to Allen & Bright. You need to talk to CPA. You need to button all this stuff up. The key is when you're a realtor, please, 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 if you're not doing it as a hobby and you're not selling 3 houses a year, if you're doing business 10, 12, 15, 50 houses a year, you need an LLC. Okay, we've talked about that in other videos. Get your LLC, get paid out of your LLC. Okay, this is how it's a lot to set up in the beginning. Once you do it, though, you will never have to do it again. Taxes this year, a couple hours, and that's because I have rental properties and 3 LLCs. Okay, it did not take me that long. Now, when I say it didn't take me that long, that doesn't mean that I don't have a bookkeeper for my rentals. I have a CPA to cover everything, and I have, shout out to Know Your Numbers, i.e. Tax In-House, who manages all of my taxes, and Patriot Payroll, who manages all my deductions. I have 4 major players that make it so that when it comes to April 15th, no one's freaking the hell out. No one. It's all extremely fluid. Now, do you get an extension when you have a business? Absolutely. I mean, April 15th being the day that you do your taxes is a joke. It's actually more like October 15th. You always file for an extension. It just gives you some cushion. If you have not sold a ton and you are buttoned up, go for it. April 15th, get it done. But I don't file the extension. Jake, my sweet friend over there at Know Your Numbers, does it for me because that's what they're paid to do, is to take care of your business. Okay, so back to it. You will have an LLC. That LLC will be registered with the Secretary of State. After you register with the Secretary of State with your domain and your name and all the good, that there's only one of you. There's not going to be multiple Joni Bates Sales Groups LLC. There's just one. I take that name, I put it into the IRS.gov system and get an EIN. An EIN is like your social security number for your business. That's how I buy my cars. That's how I do rents for different things that I purchase for my business. That EIN is just like my social security number, but it's for my company, right? Did you catch that? So LLC, not just LLC, you need an EIN. You have to have that EIN, okay? With that EIN, you're going to go to the bank and you're going to open up a bank account. You're going to have a checking, a savings, and a credit card. Right now, that's all you need, okay? When you get paid from your market center, you want to get paid underneath the name of the LLC. If the name of your LLC is Teacups and Whiskey, that's what you're going to get paid to, Teacups and Whiskey, and then you will take a draft from Teacups and Whiskey. You see what I'm saying? It stays there. You take a paycheck out of your company because you're an employee of your company. Pick up what I'm putting down. So you're creating distance from yourself with your business as being the umbrella. The beautiful thing on this, guys, and it truly is beautiful, if your commissions are all getting dumped into that LLC, that account that has nothing else in it, there is no business for you to be commingling your personal world with your business world. Don't do it. I'm going to be like, don't do it. I actually got a separate bank. I don't even pretend that my personal and my business are even in the same brick and mortar. They are completely separate. That's huge. It's too easy to be like, oh, Sarah Grace needs some money for school. Let me just move it over. No, that's not Sarah Grace's money for school. She can't have that. That belongs to that business. It's your business, okay? So you've got your bank accounts, checking, savings, and one credit card with the EIN. You're getting paid through your brokerage. All your checks say your LLC. They all get dropped in there. Now, what's very easy is anything that has to do with your company gets paid for out of those accounts. No commingling. No, oops, I used my personal account to pay for my business cards. Don't do that. Use your business for business, your personal for personal. And that way, everything's on your phone, right? You bring up your, let's say, Wells Fargo. Underneath that account, you know exactly how you're doing this year. Your P&L, your profit and loss, is your bank statements. That's it. All I have to do is make sure all those 4 groups have my bank statements. They have my credit card statement. That becomes my P&L. It's really that simple. Truly, guys, don't make the mistake I did. Take the time. If you're like thinking, I don't know, maybe I'm going to sell 2 or 3 houses this year. You know what? If you've got the time, just set it up. It doesn't really cost that much money. It's going to be less than $200 to do this. Set it up. And then if you happen to have a banner year and you are going to be over that 60,000 mark as take-home income, it'll already be set up. You don't have to freak the hell out about, Joni was talking about something about an LLC. And if you make more than 60,000, I should have an S Corp. I don't even know how to do that. It's baby steps, y'all. Get your LLC, put it together, get your EIN, get your bank accounts, get paid underneath the name of your LLC. Then if you start seeing that you're going to make more than 60, then you are going to just flip it over to an S Corp. Within an S Corp, this is the kicker. You do not have to pay employment tax. That gets deferred. It is thousands and thousands of dollars of savings. My recommendation, though, is to go with someone like my friend Jake with Know Your Numbers. Used to be called Tax in House. Is it the other way around? No, it's called Know Your Numbers. You basically just pay them a monthly fee. I get a call twice a month. Hey, Joni, how's it going? Thanks for sending in your DAs. Your DAs are your distribution authorization. It's your receipt that you had a deal. They get the DA. They see how it's broken down. Y'all, I get graphs for the MREA, Millionaire Real Estate Agent format. That's what these guys do. They put it in the format that is literally what the book was written about. You know how much you're spending on marketing. You know how much you're spending on rent if you have an office. You know how much you're spending on your vehicle. You know how much you're spending per deal. So you're able to figure out, whoa, I'm paying for the drone and the pictures and the staging. And whoa, that's almost 30%. Well, you know what? Joni wouldn't know that unless I had my P&L every month from Tax In-House, Know Your Numbers, to tell me, oh, I need to back off. Or I need to, oh, look, I have some where I have extra capital. I can move it into and maybe do a commercial. You know, it's not a mystery how to run your business. It really isn't. Taxes are not a mystery. I thought they were. I thought everyone had some secret sauce. It's not. It's just having the right partners in the right place that explain it to you the way that you need it explained. And that's really key. And I'm talking out there to my ladies right now. I'm going to go to church for a second because this is really, really important for you to understand. I am 54. Okay. I am going to be 55. My husband had a stroke 3 years ago. Okay. It was a bad day. My honey's perfectly fine now. Perfectly fine. It's relative. He's completely disabled, but he's here and we are incredibly blessed. I didn't know what the hell I was doing. Did I have the purple folder that kind of told me some passcodes and bank accounts and investments? Sure, I had that. I did not have any idea about how to run your home, how to run a business, how to make decisions regarding investments, dividends, all the things. I didn't know what a K1 was. My sweet people were asking me, Joni, I need your K1. And I was like, I don't know what that is. Make sure the people you're talking to meet you right where you're at. No one should make you feel down. No one should make you feel less than. You're learning. And my God, I really learned. I learned a lot. Not only did I learn a lot, but I started to learn the secrets about taxes, the secrets about 1031 exchanges, the secrets about, I don't know, depreciation on investment properties. So what I'm saying is, ladies, don't let this be someone else's job. Okay. I'm going to need you to get in there. I'm going to need you to watch. I'm going to need you to go to the meetings. I'm going to need you to ask the questions to the CPAs, to the accountants, to your partner. Ask the questions, because if you guys have a really, really bad day and you find yourself having to do this on your own, at least you'll have an idea. Okay, didn't want to be morbid there, but it's true. Girls are not getting any younger, and us ladies live longer than our boys. We do. It's a fact. There's going to come a day where that tax file is going to become yours, and you're going to need to know how to do it. You're going to need to know who to call. You're going to need to know passcodes, numbers, passwords, usernames. You're going to need it all. So just do it now. Please, please, please do it now. Okay. This was a little bit of going to church. We're supposed to be talking about taxes. And we did talk about taxes. But I really want to make sure that y'all learn from my mistakes. And the first one was 15 years ago when everyone was healthy. I didn't know enough. I didn't know enough about our bank accounts and our investments and our rental properties. I just didn't know. Now I do. The girl's doing great. So if you have any questions, holler at me. I'm checking in here. We are good. I hope everyone's doing great. And remember, April 15th is when your taxes are due. Just understand that extensions are real and we should all use them. So again, my vendor partners are Jake from Know Your Numbers and Lisa from Allen and Bright is my CPA. I also use Patriot Payroll, which is also through Know Your Numbers, but that is just basically how I pay all my taxes go through that. It's a little bit more complicated than that. And I also have a sweet friend who does my bookkeeping for all of my rental properties. I don't do it myself. That's also something that's important. Y'all pay somebody. Go do what you're good at and pay somebody to do the other stuff. Okay. Y'all be well, be blessed, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.